Are we live? Hey. Okay. So, hey everybody. What's good in the hood? Good evening. Good evening to the children and women and men and old people and babies. Good evening to all of you. Except for the children, actually, because I'm very, very annoyed at children right now. Hey, Diacritical One, welcome. Welcome to my YouTube channel. By the way, if you're on Periscope and you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, then I am officially kicking you out. Bye. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. Hey, Jonathan. Okay, one second. I'm gonna get some water. It's just really, really hot in this country. Hello, Jorge. So I've been sitting here for like an hour listening to a bunch of kids just yelling at the top of their lungs. I don't know what they were doing. Like, I think they were selling lemonade or something, and then it got dark, so they left. But I was just going nuts. I was just like, shut up, and they just didn't hear me because I'm just a crazy lady inside behind a window. Hawaiian Punch Box, yes. Got all this stuff from CVS for moving. Here, see this? You see that? It's all my moving stuff. Yes, today is another piano day. By the way, like, there is another person who does this, but actually plays piano and sings about politics, and it's this guy, Owen Benjamin, which I don't even want to say his name because, like, I don't want to get, what is it called? Like, I don't want to get, like, banned from society, but he plays piano while he does, like, it's actually very entertaining. Like, he plays piano and sings about politics or whatever whatever his topic of the day is, whatever he's feeling. And, like, that's how he starts. He does live streams, and that's how he starts all his live streams. So that's actually what I was thinking. And, like, I don't want to be, like, it just keeps coming in my head whenever I, wow, you met him? Yeah. Okay, so I don't want to talk so much about, Owen Benjamin because, other than his piano playing. Okay, someone's asking about, okay, so I'm just gonna ignore that, but, yeah, so but it really is actually therapeutic, and I can see why someone would want to do that. It's very therapeutic and very fun, and, like, there's so much you can do. I just realized the feature of this is a digital, so there's, like, I could play around with it as I'm playing. I can just change the features. Oh no. Stay here. Don't go to the other live streams. Kidding. Okay, so let's start. By the way, can I say something? Okay, someone says he's controversial, says repeatedly stupid things. He's kind of a lol cow. This does have weighted keys. Yeah, this does have weighted keys. But it's still electrical. It's still like a digital piano. It's still not real. And I've been playing since I was 6. Just haven't practiced for a while. But anyways, um, with people like Owen Benjamin, and I don't want to say. I mean, I'm just gonna say Owen Benjamin's name because I brought him up because of the piano. But with people like that who are very like it can really it can be really bad be to be associated with or whatever. One thing that you learn is a lot of these people who are like forced to live as like persona non grata tend to live very I really do believe that they tend to live very, in some ways, very simple, in a good way, lives, because you just are forced to, because of whatever it is that you believe or think, you're just forced to stop focusing on what society wants or thinks, and you just have to do your own thing. Like, you have to focus, you're just forced to like focus on, like, just focus on the core of the core of the issues and whatever it is that you need to get done in this world. Anyways, okay, so whatever. Okay, so but anyways, the title of this live stream is called The Fourth Rail, and the reason why I call it The Fourth Rail is because I just want to say something about politics. So they say, like, third rail, you can't talk about certain things because it's third rail if you talk about certain things. You can't talk about race, you can't talk about transgenderism, you can't talk about you can't talk about women, like, I don't know, you can't talk about abortion, you can talk about social security, like certain things you can't talk about, or else your whole life will get destroyed and you'll end up like, playing piano in a forest with no credit card. And the thing about third rails is that now there's a fourth rail, and the fourth rail is if you not even talk about the third rails, but talk about why third rail, like, defend the presence of third rail. So, like, if you were to say, I don't think you should be a racist, but I also don't think that people should be punched for being a racist, that is a fourth rail, because you can still get in trouble for saying that, even though you're not actually, well, see, racist is not third rail, racist is just racist, but whatever, like, if that was the thing that you can't say, if you, like, defended a third rail person, then you're the fourth rail, because you're still getting in trouble for that. I just made it up, fourth rail, but that's what it is. And I keep touching third rails because I really, really don't, like, I grew up in a very religious and very Persian home, and, like, I didn't grow up with this, like, white liberal, this is how we talk about things, we're so proper, we're very careful to not talk about these certain subjects, and we only, stick to these certain subjects, and everybody knows that you can't say that, and everybody knows you can say this and that. Like, I didn't grow up with those kind of sensitivities, so I keep saying things that hits those sensitive topics without expecting them to, or without really thinking about it, and then people just lose their minds and accuse me of trying to be inflammatory. Like, if I knew that this would make you all lose your minds, I would not have gone there. Like, I would have thought about it, maybe. It's really just a different language. It's like, carpe donktum Yes, that voice is definitely, every voice is mocking you. This is I have I have a Carpe Donktum album, voice album of just I can go on. I can so anyways, um don't say that. Be careful not to say this thing. Be careful not to talk about uh you can't write. Rosemary says it's not just subjects, it's words too. You have to be careful about certain words, topics, the way you say things, and it's like if you didn't grow up in a white, like very educated liberal household, you might not know, especially if you grew up in like a very immigrant household, and for me in my case, immigrant slash very religious household, you really, 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 really don't know what the cultural sensitivities are. Like you really don't understand uh, certain things that make you, and it's so funny because like I always get people being like, yeah, Pardes, like when did you get so like I don't know, inflammatory and have all these crazy opinions? How did you? It's like, no, I always had the same opinions. I always thought the same exact things. It's just like you know, I've just been more open about my opinions, and apparently my opinions are toxic. Not because in any way, like, you know, not because I don't hate anybody. I don't, you know, I think gay people should be free and be able to do whatever they want, and women should, I don't know, vote and whatever. Like, I have the same views as everybody else, okay? And it's just that apparently the way I say certain things just doesn't fit with society, because this society that I'm in is just very white. I don't like to say like white, black, white, whatever, but it's just very like, it's a special culture. You're very, very educated and very like, they have these special things that you can't say. It's like you can't, they have all these like different very specific rules, and like you touch them and everyone's like, what are you doing, you're evil, whatever, and you're just like, what did I say? And they're like, you said, are you kidding me, you're trying to I don't know. So it's like, that's, I guess, hitting third rails. And then if you try to defend it, like if you say something like, well, I don't think it's fair that you know, people who don't know any better, who don't understand these special sensitivities that this group of people have, I don't think it's fair that they should have their lives ruined because they don't speak that language. If you say that, that's a fourth rail. That's gonna get you in trouble. Oh my gosh, I think it's like thundering. Wow. That's gonna get you in trouble. LA Child says, Persia should have conquered North America, but we beat them to it. Okay, so I know how to speak properly. I don't have a Persian accent. I'm fine. I'm not like a phobe. I'm just saying that there's certain things that if you didn't grow up in a very, very white, educated, sensitive about everything household, you don't think twice before saying certain things. And I don't know, all my Persian friends are like this. They say whatever they want. And when you are in the Persian community, no one's gonna like be on your case. No one's like, and it's not just Persians, by the way. You guys follow my friend Mahmoud. He's also like this, but it's not just Persians. It's any sort of, basically, it's, you know, the black community, the like immigrant communities, any sort of community that's not like like enlightened, white, liberal, educated, you know, the parents are all in universities, and they are all, I don't know, like living in coastal cities. Anyone who's not that is in trouble. So Janet says, you're Armenian. I'm Armenian. My family's the same. Yeah, Armenians are very good at partying. Very party people, from what I know. The Armenians that I've come across. So, anyways. Yeah. Let's play some piano. Armenians are not snobs. That's not what I said. I said they know how to party. They're not snobs. If anything, Persians are snobs. Okay, let's talk about every single race, okay? Let's talk about every single country, okay? So Persians are snobs. Armenians are blackout drunk party people that get blacked out drunk, and like, say any other I don't know, a lot of Azeri people. Native Americans are stoned. British people are constipated. White Valley people. Fijian people. Wait, stop talking so much. I can't read this. Floridians, oh my gosh, Floridians all have STDs. If Florida is STD land, the STD peninsula, and they all have like HIV. Mayans are I don't know, ancient. Russians are creeps. Thunderbutts. Icelandics. Icelandics are I'll tell you what Icelandics are. Icelandics are like very, very refined wooden dolls. People in Utah are all Mormons, and Mormons have a lot of babies, and Mormons what else do Mormons do? Mormons are all virgins. I'm kidding. Kidding. Fart City. Icelandics are a cult. Dothrakis don't count. Irish. Irish people. Irish. Wait. Okay. Irish people all have freckles. They're squares. They all have squares. Mexicans eat a lot of tacos. Mormons cure cancer. By the way, Mormons cure cancer. Okay, can I tell you something? I had a professor, I mean, he wasn't actually, okay, I'll tell you. So basically there's this professor at UCLA who, he did a study about how Mormons have like lower rates of cancer than like every other population group. They have the lowest rates of cancer, and he basically did like the breakdown of their lifestyle and how their lifestyle makes it that like they actually are healthier than the rest of the population. They are less likely to get cancer. And he did that study, and he's not even Mormon. He's just like a dude who decided to do this study. He's an epidemiologist, so he's interested in that kind of thing. And basically, like, because of that study and some other studies he did, they said that they basically took it as like he's trying to push a religious agenda, so they kicked him out. He was a tenured professor and they kicked him out, and there was this whole, his name was Dr. Enstrom, Dr. Jim Enstrom. Go look him up. He is an epidemiologist. After like a whole 6-year lawsuit, he's back at UCLA, but that was crazy. And that was one of the studies he did, was about Mormons who have less cancer. So pretty cool, isn't it? I can't stop saying like. Everyone stop telling me to stop saying like. It's a part of my language. I will try. Okay. Okay. Last chance to tell me nationality that I can make fun of. And if not, we are off to our piano playing. Lebanese people are they're wannabe Persians. Like, every time I meet someone who's Lebanese, it's like they're trying to be Persian, but they're not. They're like fake Persian. Polish people have the weirdest language. Like, I've been trying to learn Lebanese are lesbians. Polish people, it's like you're just swallowing a gumball every time you talk. And white Arabs, Germans always have something stuck in their throat. It's like they just have this forever cough, like, and it's like like Polish people, it's like the gumball is in their mouth, but Germans, like, the gumball got stuck in their throat. Polish people, oh my gosh, Polish people say, I haven't even made the obvious Polish joke. The obvious Polish joke about, okay, I'm kidding. Israelis. Oh my gosh, I have so much to say about Israelis. Israelis. You can't be in Israel and not push your way through everything. Same as Hebrew. It's almost kind of, Hebrew is like German. Yeah, it's a guttural language. Pakistanis are wannabe Indians. They wanna be, but they're not. But they try to be, but they're not. Pakistanis are Taliban. I'm kidding. Okay. Yeah, LA Child says, Israelis are rude, but they love everyone. Yeah, Israelis will be like, they'll slap you in your face and be like, hey, brother, what's up? And you're dead. And they're like, oh, sorry, I killed you by accident. Oops. Kidding. Japanese people are, I had a Japanese classmate in undergrad whose name was Fukyu. I'm not exaggerating. It was F-U, last name Q, and in Japanese it means like destiny or something. And like, he was forced to have this name his entire childhood, and everyone calling him like F-U, F-U, F-U. And he almost changed his name, but then he wrote this whole paper in my speech class in undergrad about how he has embraced it, and this is his destiny. This is who I am, and I'm not going to change my name. I'm going to accept who I am and what my parents named me. And I just thought it was the most ridiculous thing ever. Like, he should go and not have this. He should go and change his name. Okay. And ISIS are Had a customer come in, Chinese. His name was Full Wang. Haha. Who is that? Ezreal's Rising. Ezreal Rising. Full Wang. Oh, I had some really funny names in my school. My dad, my when I was little, my dad used to make this joke that and I actually believed it growing up. You probably already heard this joke, but it's like basically the way that Chinese parents name their kids is like drop a china plate on the floor and whatever sound it makes, you just name your kid that sound. It's like an old joke. Everyone makes it probably, but I really actually believed it for a while because I was a dumb kid. Okay. Piano time. My name is... I'm not going to get into my name, but... Oh, and one more thing. Someone asked how I got into politics. I want to bring this back up. Somebody asked how I got into politics. The way that I got into politics was through Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro is the reason why I'm here in this... Well, actually, I'm not in politics anymore. By the way, I'm not in politics anymore. As of yesterday morning, I decided that I don't care about politics. No politics for me. But I got into it because of Ben Shapiro. He was the best boss I ever had. He was the first real boss I ever had. And I met him because I was just at an apolitical synagogue event. He was giving a speech, and my family was there, and I went up to him because I recognized him because I listened to his radio show in the morning, and I was like, oh my god, I listened to your radio show. Can I talk to you? And he's like, you can intern for Truth Revolt, where he was writing. And I was like, oh my god, I would love to do that, but I'm pre-med and I don't know anything about politics. And he's like, it's okay, we'll teach you. So he taught me like everything. He taught me how to write. He taught me really he really taught me everything that I know, that I learned about this industry. And I did that for like almost 2 years. Actually, wait. 2.5 years. I worked for him for 2.5 years. No. 3 years. Almost. So anyway, then I got into it, and then I started writing for him, working for him, and then I came here and I worked for other people and worked for a bunch of people, and then I stopped working for a bunch of people, and now I'm here and I'm in school. So I recognized him. Okay, so Nitty says, do you realize how it sounded? I recognized him because I listened to his radio station. Okay, no, listen. I recognized his voice because Ben Shapiro has a very distinct voice. And at the time when I met him, he wasn't like famous the way he is now. Like, he wasn't, everybody knows who he is. It was, in LA, people knew who, he was famous, but it was more, in LA, he was famous because he had his radio show, and it was really popular, and I don't know, and he was a syndicated writer and all that stuff. But I recognize him because of the radio show, because he has a very distinct voice, and it's like, listen, this is what I believe in. So he has a very quick, he talks very quickly. So when I met him in person, I didn't know that's who he was, but I heard he was giving a speech, so I heard his voice, and I was like, oh my god, that's him. So that's what I recognized. I didn't recognize his face. And then he, through the 2016 election, he became even more popular, And then everyone who was working for him became like, I became known because of that reason, because he became known. And so that's how I got my start. Okay. All right. That's a story. And now the story is all told. And now, my phone is about to die from batteries. And if I don't get a chance to tell you this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, heart, heart, heart a bunch of times, and share, and then we'll be good. Okay. Oh, I want to do this. I'm just playing around with my piano a little bit. Now we're regular mode. That was Bach. I just played it with a bunch of different like modes, but that was a toccata. And now we're gonna go back to Mozart because I'm one-track minded and I only really like a few. So Mozart. This one is called Fantasia in D minor. Fantasia in D minor. Okay. use some more. That was Fantasia from Mozart. Wolfgang. And let's see what else we got. Maybe one more, maybe a Persian classic. Freddie Mercury. Okay. I actually want to play one Persian classic because there's no point in being here if I don't play a Persian classic. I forgot where my book is. I had one. Yeah. Never mind. It's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to do it by heart. Okay, so this one is from a Persian song. It's called Mike Carter says Pardes can play beautifully without getting plastered on white claws and throwing bottles at their dog. Oh yeah, I saw. I've seen some of those Owen Benjamin streams. Yeah. Anyways, sorry. Okay, so this song, this piece was called. It's like a rendition of an actual Persian song that's very popular. It's called Dele Divune, and it means a crazy heart. So Dele Divune, Dele Kuchulu, na 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 na. And I'm really bad at singing, but it's like, yeah. It's all about a crazy heart and just doing things to my crazy heart. Okay, so that's it for tonight. My batteries are like going out, so if I don't say goodbye the proper way, my phone will shut down just randomly. Ian says, would I visit Azerbaijan? I mean, I would visit anywhere. Hey, Lila, my friend from okay, everyone. So there's someone watching. Good night, Rosemary. Okay, there's someone watching this stream who's very, very, very special to me, and her name is Lila. And Lila and I we grew up together. She's like my oldest friend. She and I became friends when we were 10 years old, and ever since we were best friends. We wore matching like hair bands, and we actually had these planned. Like we'd come to school and we were like matching hair bands, and it was really fun. It was really nice to have that, and so we've been, very close friends ever since then. She's the one person I feel like she knows me because she's known me through most of my developing life, and you don't find a lot of people like that who really, there's no friend like one who you grew up with and who has known you ever since you were a child, because that's the kind of friend that you'll trust most likely, because you've known them when they were little and they didn't have all these different masks and stuff like that. So I'm not 19 or 18. I'm 25. So I've known Lila since I was 10. So that means I've been friends with her for 15 years. We've been best friends for 15 years. That is a long time to be friends with somebody, especially like really close friends. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Don't go near the fourth rails. Don't go near the third rails, and don't go near the fourth rails. By the way, I probably don't even make sense when I say fourth rails. And it's just a word that I made up, but Rosemary says ride or die friends are the best. That's true. They are the best. I've been here for almost 3 years, and I made some really, really amazing friends, and I love them so much. There's nothing like a friend that you grew up with, because they're never gonna leave. Like, you could be in a different part of the world for like 10 years and never talk to them, and then when you're together again, you just continue your conversation as if you were just having it, because that person knows your child version. That person knows you from the inside. So you could just, like with Lila, I could just not talk to her for years if we could do that, and then like we'll be in the same room and we'll just like continue having our conversation because we just know how it's gonna go. Okay, so that's it. It's good that we're still friends, yes. But even if we weren't, like, even if we didn't talk, I feel like people you've known for that long, it's kind of like siblings. Even if you don't talk, if you were to talk, it would be like you're just continuing a conversation. Okay, that's it. That's it. Now I'm really going to say bye because my phone is dying. See you all tomorrow night. Send me your requests. I might just ignore them, but maybe I'll take it. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to YouTube and like this video. And heart if you're on Periscope. Heart this video and share it. And if you're on Twitch, you better not be hacking my account because some person in Russia has been hacking my Twitch account today and I just don't understand how. Okay. Later.